Should it just pop up here?
Yep, he's got to refresh it.
There's bad radio, good radio, and chaotic radio. In that order.
The Black Lung, the Black Lung Show, the Black Lung, the Black Lung Show, the Black Lung, the Black Lung Show, the Black Lung, the Black Lung Show is starting. Fuck it now.
Are you all right, man? Half.
Apparently, if you minimize what it's playing, it stops playing.
Yeah,
that's
well,
new, that's a new thing you might just learn today.
I'm glad you learned something new
I'm
today.
sorry, man. That's unfair.
It's all right. It wouldn't be chaotic radio if we didn't start off a little bit weird, right? Anyway, hello, YouTube people. My name is Ryan Pena. I am the host of the Black Lung Show here on Chaotic Radio. It's chaoticradio.us. We haven't gotten the .com thing back yet. We're still working on that. Anyway, today's going to be a fun show. I say that every single week, but it's because it's the truth. Welcome to the Church of Rock and Roll. I got to start off by saying a few things, a few shout-outs. We here at Chaotic Radio have a really good working relationship with Die Laughing Records, and so today's guest is a Die Laughing Records band. Really excited to have Frequency Within here in studio, at least one of them so far. Why don't you say hi and tell us your name and what you do in the band?
Cool. My name is Erica Torres. I am the lead vocalist, and I write the lyrics for and the rhythm guitarist of Frequency Within.
Cool. So who are we waiting on? Who's coming in? Who's not coming?
I'm currently waiting for Ollie. He is coming straight off of work over here, so he probably had some traffic. And unfortunately, two of our members are stuck at work. They're hardworking women, so
all right.
That's just okay. It is.
Well, cool. Again, we're having technical difficulties. It wouldn't be punk rock if it wasn't, I guess. So the Facebook Live thing is not really working. So if you guys are listening to the show, don't do the Facebook.
No, Ryan's on.
Oh, it's on now.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, shit.
He was fighting me, but now I got it.
Oh, keep up the good fight there, Hef.
Or you always.
We appreciate that. And the record player's working this week, hopefully. Hopefully we don't have any problems with that. I'm scrolling down. I apologize to everybody that's watching this stuff. Again, I don't even know why you guys watch the show. You should just listen to it. You know, it's a radio show. It's not like we're going to do magic tricks for you guys or anything like that.
They like to look at your beautiful face. That's what it is.
Yeah. Well, thank you for that. You're a really cute liar.
I am the best.
I'm getting old and it looks like my hair is fucking running away from my face. I got a fucking 5 head now. It's just getting ridiculous. So anyway, let me say a few things right now as we wait for your bass player so we can talk to you guys. I'm not sure how long the show is gonna run. We'll see how much music we want to play. Big shout out to Jillian from Die Laughing Records for
Love her.
helping me. I do too. She's awesome. And Dave too. Dave, I can't say enough. Especially for me being a musician, having the show now coming up on 4 years next week. I think next week will be 4 years that I've been doing the Black Lung Show.
Nice.
And thank you. And I can't say enough about all the bands that I've had here in studio. And working with a record label like Die Laughing Records, over the years I've talked about all the record labels that I've always just gone out and bought records from just because it was from them. Mystic Records, Dr. Strange Records, Dr. Dream, Epitaph, Hellcat. Well, Epitaph and Hellcat back in the day, not so much now. There's going to be some shit talking today on the show. No, I try to keep it to a minimum. I try to stay positive. Sorry, David, no magic tricks today. But a few things. And again, if you've listened to the show, that's why I call it the Black Lung Show. The Black Lung Show is just kind of a joke about smokers, because we feel like we're all black on the inside. So it's an anti-racist thing, but I also call it the Black Lung Show because I try to make it about the bands and not myself so much. I do promote my band because it would be stupid not to.
Right, yeah.
But I do talk about a few personal things here and there. I try to keep my private life a little bit private. But if you've been listening to the show, I have been on a spiritual quest, per se.
How so?
I am 78 days sober now. So that is fucking huge. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you
That's
very
awesome,
much.
dude.
Well, it's been a long haul. I haven't been this sober since I was 15, and I'm 42 now. So 27 years of drinking, and back in the day, I used to do a lot of bad shit. So anyway, on my spiritual quest, as I am on, I'm not ashamed to say that I've actually been going to some AA meetings, and they actually help. They don't suck this time, because I had to go like 15 years ago when I got a DUI, and I would go there and I'd just be like, fuck this place, and go get some tall cans afterwards and just get drunk again. But today, hey, here's a funny story, and I got a few from this weekend because it was weird. This morning, my mom actually asked me to go to church with her, and we went to this big, giant, fucking mega church with TV screens and a Starbucks or some cafe or some shit. And if you're religious, by the way, you might you might not like what I'm about to say now, because it's weird for me, right? I'm supposed to find this higher power, and I'm supposed to figure that out. And so I've been going to different churches with friends and stuff, and it's weird for me being, an agnostic or atheist, whatever you want to call it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so it's weird, right? And I talk a lot of shit, and so I'm in this church. I'm trying not to say "God damn it" as much, right? But let me tell. Fuck these places, man. Oh my God. So this church that we go into, everybody's there, and they're like in sandals and shorts and like Hawaiian t-shirts. I guess that's like the new thing to do if you're Christian. I guess I don't know what the fuck's wrong with you guys. I was raised like Catholic and Hispanic. You dress up, you're going to go pay respects to the Lord.
Yeah.
But nope, these motherfuckers, they were even playing the Beach Boys. I was like, what the fuck is going on here? And it was like an hour-long concert of Christian music. Now, again, no offense to you guys. We play punk rock because that's good music here. But Christian music just makes me want to jump out of a fucking window. It was an hour long of that shit. And then, tell me if this is weird. I don't know. This is some weird Mexican dude got up there in chanclas, and he's praying, and he's calling God Papa. He's like, hey, Papa. And what the fuck kind of shit is that? And then the other motherfucker comes up. See, there. I'm trying. I'm
so engulfed in the story too. I'm like,
thank you. Well,
yes.
Well, this fucker comes up there, right? And he starts preaching about marijuana. Now,
like against it? For it? Oh, against it. Okay.
Against it, right? And he's coming up with some weird, ridiculous fucking facts about if you smoke marijuana, you drop like 10 IQ points or some stupid shit. And I swear to God, this happened. He's up there, right? And right in front of my mom and me was sitting this young little girl with Down syndrome, right? And he's up there, and I swear, he says, if you smoke pot, I don't know the right word, but you're gonna turn retarded.
What?
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck is? And I said it. I was like, fuck this guy. And then my mom's like nudging me. She's like, Mijo, cut it out. And I'm like, no, fuck this whole church. So anyway, I was thinking about it, and if anybody wants to hang out and do the sober thing, I'm trying that shit now. I really am. So I need to go to a fucking black church. That's what I need to do.
Yes.
You know what?
Yeah, they're all into it. You
Hell
know?
yeah, right?
Like they're all dancing and doing it. It depends, you got to find the correct church. Like that was kind of my thing. Like that's what actually Message of the Void is a Little Ambulance touches on. It's God-based.
Is that right?
Yeah, dude. Like I'm a Christian, but like I cuss, I do stupid shit. I'm in my late 20s. Like I'm
Oh, God bless you.
Oh, yes.
Oh, young and cute.
God has blessed me with his skin. People ask me, too, like, you have good skin. I'm like, it's because I believe in Jesus.
That's a first for the Black Lung Show. I didn't know that Jesus does skincare.
Oh, yes,
right.
Yes, he does. But actually, like, I that's cool that you're talking about this, because when I come out and tell people, like, all of us in the band are Christians.
Oh, wow.
And they're like, but you're not Christian. And I'm like, what does that even fucking mean? Like, what? Because we're not walking around like in skirts and being super feminine, or what does that mean? Like, I get what you mean. Those churches still exist. They still hate gays. They still, are very much against women standing up to men. They're against a lot of that stuff. But on the flip side of the coin, there is a revival happening in my generation where these feminists are Christians, and these people still drink. They still go out, but we're not going to be shoving it down people's throats.
Right.
See, so there has to be an equal thing. Like, I've met Christians who put me down. But at the same time, I'm like, whoa. Jesus was a badass. He was flipping over tables, going against the freaking law before even like there was like a real law, you know?
Punk rock Jesus?
Jesus was a punk rock
All right,
Jesus.
I'm agreeing with you. I'm agreeing. You are a spirit. You need to have your own church.
I do. No. I'm not gonna start my own church. I'm not a good speaker like that. But I'm telling you, dude, like Jesus, like he grabbed like all the outcasts, like the people who were like fishermen, tax collectors, chilling with the like freaking people who were like selling themselves for sex, and that's why like the law people were like, what the hell is this dude doing? Like, aren't you here from God? And he's like, yeah, I'm here from God, but I'm hanging out with the losers because they're not losers. They're freaking cool and they're the winners.
All right.
You know? So that's like what kind of like I touch on in this.
Well,
like,
see, look at that.
that's
See,
what's
you're
up.
on the right show, and I think
We
everything.
segued into it. I like that.
Exactly, right? So here's another cool segue. So when I was saying that I need to go to see a black church, because they also have, I think they have better music. And so this is one record that I had picked up and that I wanted to play on the show last week, but we were having technical difficulties with the record player. And it sounds a little bit weird because, you know, this is old school. I like to spin vinyl. Like I said, I'm a little bit older, and I had seen something on Facebook because I don't do the Instagram thing. I'm not in my 20s. So Facebook is for the old fuckers like me. And I saw this lady playing guitar and singing, and this is from way back in the day. And if I could go to a church and see Sister Rosetta Tharpe, and this is the album Gospel Train, and I picked this record up, and this is some soul rock and roll. So you're listening to the Black Lung Show. We're going to start off the show right off the bat by playing some. I know it's weird, right? We didn't think we were going to be talking about punk rock Jesus on my show, but like I said, this is the Church of Rock and Roll, and here's some spiritual rock and roll for you. I love the sound of that when the needle hits the record. Anyway, here you go. If you guys want to find it, Sister Rosetta Tharpe.
At the battle of Jericho, Jericho, Jericho. Joshua hit the battle of Jericho, and all the walls come tumbling down. Whoa, Joshua hit the battle of Jericho, Jericho, Jericho. Joshua hit the battle of Jericho, and the walls come tumbling down. You may talk about your bonds of Gilead, talk about your men of war, but none like good old Joshua way around the walls of Jericho. Well, Joshua hit the battle of Jericho, Jericho, well, Jericho. Joshua hit the battle of Jericho, you know the walls come tumbling down. Well, good old Jericho, oh, Jericho, oh, Jericho, down the walls of Jericho. You know Joshua hit the battle of Jericho, Jericho, Jericho. Joshua hit the battle of Jericho, and the walls come tumbling down. I'm going down the walls of Jericho, going down the walls of Jericho, going down the walls of Jericho, the walls of Jericho. Well, good old Jericho, good old Joshua, I want to hit the battle of Jericho, and the walls come tumbling down. Well, the walls come tumbling down. The walls come tumbling down. Well, the walls come tumbling down. You know, the walls come tumbling down. The walls come tumbling down. The walls come tumbling down. The walls come tumbling down.
Wasn't that cool? Wasn't that a little bit different here on the Black Lung Show? You're getting some gospel music. This is weird. But anyway, hey, Hef, is the Facebook thing on the Black Lung Show?
Yeah, is it not?
I can't find it. So
It should be on Black Lung and Facebook. And Chaotic.
all right. Well, if you go to the Black Lung Show, and do me a favor, people, if you're listening to the show, go to facebook.com/Black Lung Show, all one word. Like the page. That way you can always see which crazy ass bands I'm going to have in here. I never know. It's kind of like a week-to-week thing. Thank God for Die Laughing Records and Jillian helping me book, some really, really good bands and discovering stuff. So my guest in studio is Frequency Within. Well, is Erica from Frequency Within right now as we wait for... Who are we waiting on?
We're waiting on Ollie.
Ollie. That's a cool name.
He's a badass. I love
All
him.
right. Frequency Within is on Die Laughing Records.
Yes.
They have a new album out right now, Message of the Void, which we have here. We're going to be playing this for you guys. And She also brought in
Blissful Mess.
a blissful mess. So we have this too. So I think we'll probably start with some of the older stuff and then kind of work our way into the new stuff. But before we do that, so this way I can include Ollie into it. I'll tell you some more stuff that happened over the weekend. I went out with my friends on Friday night to go see Judas Priest.
Oh, sick.
Yeah. Oh, look at you. All right, cool. I was like, I don't know. It's a different generation, especially because the first band that went on was a band called Uriah Heep. Have you ever heard of Uriah Heep?
No, I haven't.
See, nobody has. That was the thing. And I don't know if you guys have heard of Uriah Heep, but I went to the concert thinking, this is going to be some weird-ass metal band. It was their 50th anniversary tour. They started in 1970, and I was talking shit, too. I mean, it was... I grew up in, I was a kid in the 80s, and I loved, 80s metal, and so I was a big Priest fan. And so let me tell you guys about this fucking crazy-ass show. Uriah Heep's playing, and they're amazing musicians. That's the one thing about heavy metal that I do respect. They're just fucking phenomenal music. They don't miss a beat. They don't miss, and they have these big, giant theatrical stage shows. It's whatever. And the guy, the singer was like, you guys might know this one. I was like, fucking nobody knows this one, dude. No one knows who your band is. He couldn't hear me, of course, right? But I was watching, yeah. And so I picked up my friend Ezekiel, my director friend, and my old guitar player from a punk band I used to be in back like 20 years ago, and another guy that I just met. And I picked them up, and they had all been drinking and stuff, and so I was a sober one. And so, like I was saying earlier, it's a little bit weird trying to get back into this. Like, I got a couple of shows coming up, and I've only played sober like twice in the last 25 years. But my guitar player showed up, and he's been clean for like 10 years, so I had someone to hang out with, and we're just kind of, it's making fun of Judas Priest, to be honest with you. I love Judas Priest, but these motherfuckers, dude, oh my God. They played all their new shit, which I didn't recognize one song for 2 hours.
Oh, jeez.
2 straight hours of new shit that is just... Let me explain it to you. So David Boyd saw Uriah Heep in 1976, and you never liked him. Okay, well, so one person has heard of Uriah Heep.
But he never liked him.
No, you never liked him. All right. Yeah, they weren't that cool, man. I'm just saying. But, heavy metal people. Oh, you guys, dude.
They're intense.
Yeah, Judas Priest was like... like when you hear a rock and roll song, it's usually like verse, chorus, right? Verse, chorus, verse, chorus, something like that. Nope. Not with heavy metal. It's verse, 10-minute guitar solo, verse, chorus, 15-minute guitar solo. It was so many fucking guitar solos. It was just, it was fucking obnoxious. It was terrible. And then they finally came out at the very end, and Rob Halford comes out in his motorcycle, and then they started playing Hellbent for Leather, and I'm like, okay, fine. 3 songs, Hellbent for Leather, Breaking the Law, and something else, and that was it. And then they cut the show, and I was like, we came all the way out here for this shit. So fucking Judas Priest, man. So Judas Priest on Friday. My little sister, Manite, I love her. She took me out to the movies Saturday. Like I said, it's. Like even now, like I'm with a water and I can't smoke here in the studio. It's weird. Like I'm having trouble figuring out what to do and keep myself entertained. So she took me to see the new Child's Play movie.
Ooh.
It didn't suck. I was like, this is gonna suck too, and it didn't. So anyway, nice. As we wait for your bass player, we're gonna play some more music for you right now. I want to spin a little bit more vinyl, and then we're gonna get into it's 4:20 right now. I wonder what you guys are doing. Hopefully you're not going to that church I went to, because they're going to give you a bunch of shit right now. They're going to tell you that smoking pot's evil. If fucking pot was evil, then why did fucking God create that shit? That's all him anyway, right? He didn't create heroin and fucking all the opiates that everyone's really dying from. There we go. I'm still talking shit. Today is a friend of mine's birthday. It is Dino from the Streetwalking Cheetahs.
Happy birthday, Dino.
There you go. See, look at that lovely young lady saying happy birthday to you. Streetwalking Cheetahs, one of my favorite bands. Had them in the studio probably about a year ago. They were so nice. They gave me a 7-inch. This was newer back then. This is from the 7-inch right now I'm holding up for the camera. This is Streetwalking Cheetahs. Fuck the future I want now. And here you go. You're listening to the Black Lung Show with Ryan Pena and Erica from Frequency Within, and Hef's in the back right now. So here's some more rock and roll for you. All right, we're back. I just finally figured out how to find the goddamn Facebook Live thing. So I'm saying,
Maybe you think I'm losing my mind. I'm like, I know I posted it to it.
no, it's here, man. I'm just not good with technology. It's just terrible. Anyway, thanks for everybody tuning in to the Black Lung Show. I'm your host, Ryan Pena. That was the Street Walking Cheetahs. Happy birthday to Dina from them. It is now almost 4:30, and we still haven't really started talking about the band that's in the studio. But
Let's go ahead and talk about the albums.
yeah, let's talk
I'm
about
down.
that. There
Let's
you
dive
go.
right in.
There you go. You can host this show. So, Erica, tell me about the band, because one of the things that I like doing on the show is like not doing anything. I like not doing research on the band, so that way it's like
Ooh.
brand new to me. So
You know nothing about me or
Nothing.
us.
No.
Ooh, I could just lie.
you can. But hey, there's only one person that's going to know that. That's Jesus. Jesus is going to know if you're lying. So it's up to
Forgot about that.
That's going to be our theme for it. It's Punk Rock Jesus Sunday.
Punk rock, Jesus. Yes, on a Sunday. This is perfect.
See?
It should be the new segment.
That's right. What does Jesus want to listen to right now? Well, I think Jesus wants to listen to some Frequency Within. But anyway,
does.
Where are you guys from?
So we're from Orange County. Kind of like spread out. Orange, I would say Hawaiian Gardens. Like we're all kind of spread out in Orange County.
And that's for everybody listening to. That's Southern California. That's where we're at.
Yes.
We could get people listening from New York and all over the place. So you guys are from Orange County. How long have you guys been a band?
Man, oh my God. So me, Oli, and Jenna, we've been a band. Let me do the math here. Let's see. I'm 27. We started the band when I was 18. And
Wow.
Jeanette, we were going through drummers like crazy, and Jeanette decided to grace us with her presence. I think it was the 5th year in, and we were known as Golly Gee Whiz. When Jeanette joined the band, we became Frequency Within because we decided, hey, let's go a more serious route. My writing got darker. I, started going through some adult crazy shit. So I decided, let's change the name to more reflect that.
Okay. So what does the name exactly represent? Frequency Within.
So everybody has a song inside. Everybody has their own music they listen to and everything. So we decided to go with a frequency within because it's our frequency within.
I like that. I like that. So you guys are from Orange County, and so the record label's up north, right?
Yes.
So how was it that you guys got signed to them? Tell me the story. I'm curious.
Ooh, okay. So, Jenna, my lead guitarist, she's taken some music business classes and she was on the hunt. So she was asking all of us, hey, like if you were to be signed by somebody, who would it be? We were all throwing out names and we came across Die Laughing. She sent, I believe it was Dave, sent Dave our music video. And he loved it. It was Vindictive. He loved the music video. We got to talking more. It was towards the Blissful Mess release. And they were willing to go ahead and give us a shot and sign us on.
Wow, that's pretty cool. Yeah, it's a strange thing for bands, especially nowadays with technology, because everybody can pretty much do their own thing. So that's why I'm a huge fan of Die Laughing Records, because it just reminds me of old school,
Yeah. And I love it. They still have that punk rock edge to them, and it reminds me a little bit of the 80s, and that's what I really dig about them too. I'm like, yes, it's still alive,
Right. Yeah, I love that. So let's start off by before we keep talking about the band, let's do an introduction to the band, so this way you guys can know exactly who we're talking to. This first album, A Blissful Mess.
Yes.
Did you guys put this thing out yourselves?
Yeah, we did that ourselves.
Okay. Hef, you got that ready to go? All right.
Yep.
I'll let you be the DJ. You pick the song, and then we'll talk about it a little bit after, because I haven't even personally heard any of these.
Oh, then let's go ahead and start with Astrid.
Astrid. All right, that's track number 1. So here's the album. This is available where?
That is available through us and Amazon Music, Spotify, iTunes, any streaming. You can go ahead and just look it up. Look them on Google, and it'll pop up.
All right.
We'll ship one to you. Just go ahead and go on our website, and we'll ship one to you too.
All right, Google that. Frequency Within from the album A Blissful Mess. This is Astrid. You're listening to The Black Lung Show live on Chaotic Radio.
C push though.
All the times back in December, winter cold, yes, I remember it was you. It was you. All the times that day you met me, no, you couldn't sit and forget me. It was you. It was you. Sometimes I feel like well, just a dream to make it real, and so I drink to feel you. Sometimes I feel like well, just a dream to make it real, and so I drink to feel you. And now it's over, and the skeletons in my closets are screaming that I messed up. I should have just came out and just came clean. The absinthe on my breath will show how I got here. I'm this mess. Oh, I'm this mess you made. Is that you? Lurking in the shadows, in the backs of my mind. Answer me, please, but oh so softly. Is that you? Lurking in the shadows, in the backs of my mind. Answer me, please, but oh so softly. Now it's over, and the skeletons in my closets are screaming that I messed up. I should have just came out and just came clean. The absinthe on my breath will show how I got here. I'm this mess. Oh, I'm this mess you made. Is that you? Lurking in the shadows, in the backs of my mind. Answer me, please, oh so softly. Now it's over, and the skeletons in my closets are screaming that I messed up. I should have just came out and just came clean. The absinthe on my breath will show how I got here. I'm this mess. Oh, I'm this mess you made. Now it's over, and the skeletons in my closets are screaming that I messed up. I should have just came out and just came clean. Oh, just came clean to you. This mess. Oh, I'm this mess you made.
All right, you're listening to The Black Lung Show. That was Frequency Within from their first track off their older album. That was called Astrid. What does Astrid mean?
Astrid is a name of a friend of mine.
Ah, okay. So let's welcome Ollie, right? Is that's
Ollie.
it?
Yeah, that's it.
Sweet.
Ollie.
Woo!
How you guys doing?
Were your parents skaters?
I know, right? I think so. No, it's actually short for Oliverto, but a lot of people can't pronounce it.
Oh, what are they?
Ollie.
Oh, it's
There you
you.
go. Ollie.
You're in the right place.
Yeah.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you. I see you guys started a lot earlier than I expected. No,
no.
I'm joking. I'm late.
Oh, I was like, what? Stupid.
So why don't you introduce yourself to everybody in the band? What you play?
So I'm Ollie. I play bass in Frequency Within. I'm the only one that hasn't introduced themselves, right? Yeah.
Pretty much.
Okay. Yeah. So, we've been in this band since the beginning. Yeah, 2015, I believe. That's when we
Okay.
started. And yeah, just been one of the main first members.
You guys gone through a lot of members?
Yeah, well, as Frequency Within, no. As Frequency Within, we've only been the 4 members, but we were in a band before.
I told him
and-
about Golly Gee Whiz.
Yeah, okay, with Golly Gee Whiz, and we had a lot of drummers. It took us a long time to find Jeanette.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what were the names of the other members that are not here right now? What do they play?
Jenna is the lead guitarist, and Jeanette is the drummer.
Okay. So I was thinking about this, and you can tell me what you think. There's a lot of times when I have bands that have females in the band, sometimes they get a little bit pissed off and say, we don't want to be associated as like a female band. We just want to be thought of as a band, which I do. But, you kind of got to, at least acknowledge that. I mean, do you guys use that, if you're playing like sometimes I'll see flyers for like female fronted bands, right?
Yeah.
And I mean, do you guys dig that? Or,
Oh, I dig it. Like, I mean, I'm not like, oh, we're just female and Ollie. Like, no, like, but if there is female fronted, I'm gonna take advantage of that. I'm gonna be like, okay, take advantage of all angles of being a woman.
No, that's great because like I was saying, I have a daughter and I have a couple, and I've got a wife and sisters and stuff like that, and so I think it's important to empower women to
Oh yeah.
to play to play rock and roll. In fact, I actually read a statistic today that 50% of all new guitar players are female.
Yes.
So that's fucking cool. I think
rad, dude.
that's great. What is it like playing in a band with all females, dude?
I get that question a lot.
Do you really?
Yeah.
God damn it.
And it's there really is no difference. I never know how to explain it. There's no difference. It's exactly. I've been in other bands as well, all guys, and there's nothing that like stands out.
No?
Aside from the obvious,
Well, yeah. Oh, I don't know. I don't think I've ever even asked that question before on the show. That's kind of
Oh,
weird.
right on. Yeah.
But all the bands I'm trying to think back and I don't think there's ever been a girl in any of the bands I've ever played with. Just a bunch of male testosterone fucking fighting, Fuck you, dude. That song sucks. That's weird.
I mean, they're still fighting.
Oh, there's a lot of
That still
fighting.
Is that
happens.
really?
Oh yeah.
What do you guys fight about?
Everything.
Yeah, anything, everything. We're women. I mean, we're always in close quarters together, but these are like my sisters, so we're gonna fight. It's gonna happen. I mean, I've known them for years.
As long as you make up afterwards, I mean, it's all fun.
All right.
Yeah, it's usually about who hurt whose feelings with the passive aggressive bullshit, and then I'm just like, what do you mean by that? And then the fight starts, and I'm like, yeah. Okay, just continue
whatever.
playing.
That's
All right.
Yeah.
So you guys have been playing for a while now. That's cool. It's hard to keep a band together, isn't it?
It's a marriage.
Yeah.
I'm married to these fuckers.
Wait, we can cuss on the show?
Yeah, you can say whatever the fuck you want.
You don't
Okay,
say
cool.
the N word, okay?
Okay.
I mean, you could, but
Radio silence.
I know, right?
he hates it. I'm a mess. I'm telling you.
No, that's. Yeah, no, I'd appreciate if you didn't do that. I mean, like I said,
right.
the name for the show is anti-racist, but I won't lie. Sometimes, especially like I don't care if someone tells a Hispanic joke; they're funny as hell to me.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
No, don't give her the green light. But yeah, no, we get you.
All right. When did you guys get signed to Die Laughing Records?
It's been about a year now.
2 years?
No, it hasn't been 2 years.
Hasn't
It's
been
been
a
about a
year?
year. Yeah.
About a year.
Yeah.
Have you got a chance to play with some of the Die Laughing Records bands? Because I want to say,
I think a couple.
Yeah, we have.
Yeah.
We've been up north a few times too because they're based out of like San Francisco.
Yeah.
So we've been up there. Yeah.
I'm so fucking stupid. I just thought of this right now. Besides the fact that I've been interviewing a lot of the Die Laughing Records bands, and a shout out to Matt from Hellflowers is watching. I think so.
Nice.
My band's actually going to be playing with them. So not only am I interviewing
Sick.
Die Laughing Records artists, and we're starting to do some shows with them. We'll be with them at their CD release party on the July 26th. We'll be at the Redwood in LA with us, the Hellflowers, and Channel 3.
Oh, sick. Okay.
And then I don't know if you know this or not, but we're playing with you.
Oh, what?
I was like,
When?
that day sounds familiar.
Yeah. is it the-
We're playing in Ventura together.
Oh, that one. Yes, the cocktail lounge, right?
Yeah, Sansucci's.
Yes.
That's Saturday night, July. Would it help me out? 20th? Is that the day?
something like that. Yeah, I have it in my calendar. Hold
Yeah,
on,
no,
I can tell you
just pull it
exactly
up real quick.
when. Hold up. Wait, we're okay. Let me
But yeah,
go
no,
over
we're
here.
looking forward to that show.
Okay, it's gonna the 20th
The 20th.
at Sansucci Cocktail Lounge. It's right off the 21st Chestnut. You guys better be there.
It's a great place from what I hear. I haven't been down there personally, but I think it's going to be us and you guys and my good friends, the Fok Wolves. Hey, F, look for that. I haven't asked you to look anything up. Look up the Fok Wolves, El Blasto Maxo. This way they can know who they're playing with, and
Yeah.
maybe we'll play something from us or something. We'll
nice.
try to figure that out.
That's
so
sick.
yeah, surprise. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, we're playing with you guys.
Pleasant surprise.
Yeah, not bad, right? So, you guys got signed to Die Laughing Records. Do you want to play another song before we start talking some more from the first album, or do you want to just? Well, here's the thing.
Want to play Coma?
Yeah.
I've never Coma.
Let's do
Do you,
Coma.
did
Coma,
you
Coma,
did
Coma.
you email that to us, or is that?
Oh shit! Coma is the only one I didn't.
Wait,
Oh wait, actually, I
do you have a
think
video on YouTube or anything for the song?
for Coma, yes, I do.
All right. So, Hef, you got that pulled up too?
Give me a second.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you,
the
Hef.
the music video came out. I'm gonna give it the wrong date. I'm always so bad when it comes to
8
time.
months.
Just lie, dude. No one's gonna know.
I-
It's not like they're gonna look it up.
It came out a month ago. Yeah.
It came out yesterday.
Oh no, not the song. I meant the music.
The
video.
music video. Yeah,
the
it
video
was
for Coma.
a few months ago before Christmas.
Wow, really?
I
I am
think so.
so off. Okay,
He just works. He's under a rock.
most of the time.
Okay.
I actually just came from work right now.
What do you do? That's a really bad radio question, but go ahead.
I know, right? No, I sell video games. I fix game systems, stuff like that.
Ah,
it's a small
sweet.
like mom and pop place called Game Zone. It's pretty cool.
That must
really
be-
chill, relaxed. Yeah.
See, that reminds me of the '80s right there when you work in like a video game store or a
Right.
video store.
Yeah.
That's cool. Right
Yeah,
on.
That's
and I
sick.
mean, I pump our CDs out there too.
You play it while you're at work?
I do. I play it. Also, we sell not this one yet, not Message of the Void, but Blissful Mess. I sell it at my store as well.
There you go.
Cards all the time. So yeah.
Yeah, don't ever let anybody tell you like it's shameless self promotion.
Of course,
You gotta,
not at all.
yeah, you gotta plug the
Gotta
shit
do
out of
what you gotta
yourselves
do.
all
Yeah.
the time. Hell yeah.
Like I work at Sam Ash Music Store, and when people are coming in for buying instruments, I'm like, oh, by the way, and I have my cards usually handy. I'm like,
Let me see one of those.
take a card.
You guys have business cards. Wow.
We're business people.
Frequencywithin.com. Look at that. We'll hold this up for everybody to check
Here's
out.
my card for Sam Ash.
And she works with Sam Ash.
If you need anything, you let me know.
If you guys are in the city of industry, there you go.
That is me.
Go see Erica. Do you make commission off that?
Oh yes, I do.
That's right. Go
Oh, I don't
ahead.
think I'm supposed to say that.
Oh well.
That's
oh well,
all right.
come and see me.
All right. So anyway, my guests are Frequency Within with their own business cards. Look, you got all professional and
yes.
shit. I like that. And you got all the little symbols right there for all the social media stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know what some of those. There's a ghost on there. What's the ghost one?
Oh, that's Snapchat when it used to be cool.
Oh,
Is that still a thing?
I don't
Kinda.
use it.
Sort of.
Oh, okay.
I don't know
people
what
are on
that.
it.
I don't know what that is, but okay. The bird's a Tweety thing, right?
the tweeting, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. The kids these days, I just don't know.
I know, right? I know. Anyway, Curtis Smith is watching too. That's your.
That's our
feud.
PR guy. What up, Curtis? What up,
Yo.
Julian? What up, Die Laughing Records family?
So that's really cool. So we'll do that as a segue too, as far as female fronted and females in the Jillian's been amazing to work with, and then my
Yeah.
friend Ginger, who manages the Fok Wolves. You guys are gonna get to meet her. She makes all my flyers. She's one of my best friends, and I love her to death. Hef, what you got? What you got pulled up now?
I got Coma ready now.
You got
Yeah.
Coma right? All right, Jillian. So here you go. This is for you, and this is what's Tell me about this song first before we play it.
Okay, so Coma is actually about I lost my cousin a week before my birthday. I think it's going to be 2 years now, and I was in between whether to continue on being a Christian because I couldn't believe that he was taken from me at an early age in his early 20s, and I was pissed. And I had to see him on life support. And after I said my goodbyes to him, I got really fucked up and drunk. And I wrote the lyrics. Ollie provided the chord progression, and we went from there.
Okay. There you go. Now we know what the song's about. So, for your listening pleasure, once again, here is Frequency Within with the track called Coma. And check out the video on YouTube. You're listening to the Black Lung Show live on Chaotic Radio.
Cold slices through me. I can't sleep with this. Mom begins to wonder. Am I giving into reminisce? Break me. I can feel you crash down. You slowly fade away. I can feel you scream with me, breathe with me. I can see your heart stop. It's now fading. I can hear you scream with me. Ghost now wakes me. I'm begging for mercy, please. My dreams now fading. You're slowly killing me. Break me. I can feel you crashing. You slowly fade away.
Hello. This is the Black Lung Show. Who's on the line? What's that?
Have we recall again because I didn't get a chance to answer in time.
God damn it, Hef. We interrupted that song for nothing. Yeah. That's all right. If you were, I don't know, was that your friend or something that was calling?
I think that was Jeanette.
Have a call again. We're ready.
Okay, let me tell her.
Yeah, we'll try to get the calls online. I always forget about that. Thanks. Our phone lines are down for a little while, so if you guys want to call in and talk to myself or the band, talk to the band. 909-323-2626. There you go. You hear that? I wonder if radio people can hear it. Go ahead. Oh, hello. You're live on the air on the Black Lung Show with Ryan Pena and Frequency Within.
Hey, this is Jeanette of Frequency Within.
Hi, Jeanette. How are you?
Get back to work.
Good. I'm the drummer. I'm so sad I couldn't be there today.
Yeah, we miss you. Well, I miss you and I don't even know you yet.
I miss you, babe.
I miss you guys.
So we were actually talking.
I can see your faces.
Oh, can you? Are you watching on? What are you watching on?
You're supposed to be at work.
I'm on the Facebook Live.
Sweet. So what are you doing right now? I hear some music playing in the background.
Yeah, I'm actually at work right now. I'm a sales associate.
For where? We're trying to promote you right now. If you don't want your boss to know, it's all right.
Music store.
She's my boss.
She's your boss?
She's my boss.
Wow. Oh, so that's why there's that loud music. You guys are playing. It's there's all the people playing guitars, right?
Oh yeah.
Yep.
The different genres and everything.
Wow, that must be annoying as hell.
Yeah, it is. It really is.
I know there's an old reference. Do you guys ever see the movie Wayne's World?
Yes.
Do you guys ever stop people from playing Stairway to Heaven?
All the time.
Really?
All the time.
Do they really do that?
Yes, they really do that. I didn't
That's
even
a true story.
Oh my God, it's terrible. They just every time they start, and I'm like, hey, I get it. Leave.
I've never asked anybody that. Why is that? I don't play guitar. I sing. So I've never gone into Sam Ash or Guitar Center and jammed. You know, actually one time when I was in my teenage years and we were playing and we didn't have anywhere to practice, we went to Sam Ash and Guitar Center and practiced in between the aisles.
Yeah.
We just did her own thing.
I
But
think my first band, same thing.
what do you got? What? So
gotta
do
do what
they
you
still
gotta
play Stairway? I mean, what else do they play?
Yes,
Do they,
I hear a lot of Stairway to Heaven and
do they play a lot of Green Day?
yes, and Nirvana. For
Really?
some reason, Smells Like Teen Spirit is still
Mostly Nirvana.
Yeah, mostly Nirvana.
Mostly Nirvana.
Like people are always playing that.
All right. So we were talking about you playing drums. You're the like the newest member of the band. Would that be? Well,
Not really. I mean, she's as
She was
yeah.
from the beginning of
she was-
Frequency with
yeah,
them,
she
so-
was from the beginning of Freaks.
yeah, they were talking a lot about you, saying that finally they got you because they were going through drummers like toilet paper.
Yeah.
Yeah, isn't that the story with most bands? But I definitely am the newest band member, and but it was kind of one of those love at first sight, and we just clicked right away. I'm very happy.
Were you in another band before this band?
A long time ago, yeah, I was in an all-girl band called Apocalyptic. That was a
Apocalyptic?
while back.
Yep.
Yeah,
That's a cool
it was an
band
all-girl
name.
band.
That's rad. So what's your favorite?
Yeah,
what's your
but-
favorite? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
It sadly ended, and I was on the quest for my next project, my next love, and I was lucky enough to find Jenna and Erica on Facebook, actually.
Is that how you? That's how you found them? You guys like post up? You guys are looking for a drummer, and that was it?
No, not yet. Our
They
yeah, go ahead.
They actually weren't looking for a drummer. I saw that they had a guy drummer, and I think they love when I tell the story. But
I love it.
I just I just decided, hey, I'm just gonna hit them up and see what's up. And I said a little joke. It was a little risky, but I said you guys would look better with a chick drummer. And I sent it, and I was like, I hope to God they think this is a joke because, I mean, that was pretty risky.
Well, I'll say this.
But,
I don't usually do a lot of research on the band before I interview them because I like kind of like discovering it with the listeners too. But I did check out a couple of YouTube videos, and you definitely put on a show playing back there. You're just not sitting there just keeping the beat.
Thank you.
No, you're welcome.
Yeah,
You're welcome.
I mean,
it's
I
fun
try.
watching
I
you.
mean, that's the whole full package, right? When you go to a concert, you want to put a show for people, and playing drums is no excuse. So I try to do as much as I can, as much movement, and just to show energy. And I mean, it just comes out naturally for me.
Do you do that Tommy Lee twirl with your drumsticks at all? Do you do any of that nonsense?
I don't, but I do stand on my drums.
There you
So that's
go.
pretty
All
cool.
right. No, that's cool. You got to get your own moves. And, I don't know if you were listening earlier. Me and my friends went and saw Judas Priest, and oh my God, it was like they were watching like an '80s video, and they were like, "We got to do all that shit." Like all the guitar players got up together, and they were doing the whole
The synchronized.
like
yeah.
hip movement and shit. And I was like, "Wow." I was like,
Exactly.
they must practice that shit. Do you guys practice any dance moves or any weird shit? You
All
do?
the time. I make sure I get it right in rehearsal studio before I bring it out in public. Like my kicks or when I do my shimmy. I practice that. He's been there for the hours of the shimmying.
Yeah.
You're not fucking with me, really?
I really do. I really do.
Oh, okay. Well, good. No, Why are you shaking your head?
So, because it's embarrassing to watch her.
It's embarrassing to watch it?
Yeah.
I'm like, is this right, Ollie? Am I doing it
Oh,
right?
God. Eventually, she gets it down though.
Yeah,
So.
it
On
takes a
stage,
little
it's
bit.
fine.
All right.
The rehearsal is just a different story.
All right. Well, thank you for calling in. We wish you were here in
Of
studio. Just for radio purposes, it's just a little bit weird trying to talk with all that crappy music in the background. We're gonna play better music. We're gonna play your music, okay?
Woo!
And since you're
Okay, thank you so much.
since you're on the line, all right, before we let you go, we have your brand new your brand new album, Message of the Void. We're holding up the CD right now for everybody to check out on YouTube, and then here's a little bit over here for Facebook. The album is on Die Laughing Records, distributed by Cobra Side. We haven't played any of these yet. Hef, you got it ready? Okay, you looking at me like all crazy?
Yeah.
Fucking the last time you weren't ready, dude. Don't look at me like I'm crazy. All right, you get to pick the song that we get to hear first. How's that? You get to be the DJ from your work. Which track would you like to play?
Are you talking to me?
Yeah.
My favorite song is Afraid.
All right, there you go. The first one. All right. Thanks a lot
There you
for
go.
calling in. Hopefully, my band's actually playing with you guys in Ventura, so I will see you soon, and we will get to meet face to face. So, yeah, practice.
Can't wait.
Cool. Practice your Tommy Lee twirls, and we'll see you in Ventura. All right, Hef, you got the track ready?
Yeah, I got
All right, so here you guys go. We're going to do the. Oh, thank you, Hef. All right, so here is a debut. By the way, real quick before we play that, how new is this? It just came out,
It
didn't
just came out.
This is a Black Lung Show exclusive. This is your first
Yeah.
time listening to Frequency Within, Message of the Void. It's available now on Die Laughing Records. Go there and check out all the great bands, but don't be afraid. Or actually be afraid. Who knows? Let's see how this song goes. You're listening to the Black Lung Show. Here's Frequency Within one more time. See what I was saying, Hef?
No.
Smoking cigarettes while trying to forget the brokenness I have inside. Rise upon my tongue, residue from my history. I tried to save this. I tried to save this. I do the flames I am Are you afraid to call upon me? 'Cause I'll come running. Tell me, are you ashamed? Are you afraid? 'Cause I'll come running. In the darkest of your thoughts, you cannot hide. You're spitting poison, you monster. Grab inside, test my heart, it won't stop beating. Fill these lungs with the fleeting truth, so I can drown for you. Onto the flames I am gasoline. Are you afraid? Are you afraid to call upon me? 'Cause I'll come running. Tell me, are you ashamed? Are you afraid? 'Cause I'll come running. 'Cause I'll come running. 'Cause I'll come running. Are you afraid? Are you afraid to call upon me? 'Cause I'll come running. Tell me, are you ashamed? Are you afraid? 'Cause I'll come running.
We're back with Frequency Within live here in the Chaotic Radio studio. You're listening to the Black Lung Show. I like that track a lot, and the reason why I was also I wanted to play at least a track from the first album as opposed to the second album to see I like listening to the band growth and see what and I like watching you guys. I like watching bands' reactions because a lot of bands have a lot of different reactions here on the show. I've noticed over the years. Some bands just don't listen to their own music.
Oh my god.
No, seriously,
That's
they
weird.
they don't, or they'll listen to the old stuff and then just be like, "Oh, I don't want to hear that shit anymore." How do you guys feel about that? About you guys listen to your old stuff?
I
You
do
do?
all the time. Yeah, I work out to like. I don't want to sound pretentious, but it's more of it. Just kind of reminds me, hey, this is where you came from.
Okay.
Be humble. Don't forget where you came from. Basically, yeah.
All right. You listen to it and you're like critical of yourself when you listen to it a lot.
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah, all the time.
That's how you grow, though. You know, you find out what you didn't like from what you did before, and then
And you don't
change
do it
yeah.
again, yeah.
Don't do
All
it
right.
again. Yeah.
F, can you turn the mics up a little bit? Thank you. The difference that I heard in the quality of the song is just it's actually kind of night and day from the first CD to the second one. Where did you record the first one and where did you record the second one? Who did you work with?
So the first one we actually recorded. Okay, I remember the scratch tracks we recorded ourselves, and then we went over to Overboard Studios, I believe.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's who it is. Yeah. I'm like, who did I record with?
Yeah, we recorded it in Culver City, and then one of our good friends mastered it for us.
Was it Peter?
Yeah, Peter.
Oh, Peter Demore from Dino Grave mastered this Blissful Mess album. Thank you, Peter.
Cool.
Yeah.
And then the new one. And then also the new one, I'm looking at it right now. Tell me about the cover. Does it mean something, or are you just like, hey, that's a cool image?
That's
yeah.
all,
So yeah, that was kind of like the whole message of the void thing, right? Something like the abyss. Something the void is just something that we all miss or are losing, and everyone ends up in the void at least once. And we kind of relay that message to our artist. We met him at I think it was Comic-Con or something like that.
Yeah.
On Instagram, he's known as Built from Sketch, and we gave him kind of the idea of what Message of the Void meant to us, and he came up with this on this like instantly, and we fell in love with it.
Oh, cool. My buddy Ezekiel, who's a film director, is watching right now as well.
Hi, Ezekiel.
He says that song deserves a music video. My buddies actually do some music videos too. I haven't personally done one in quite a long time.
The one that was just on?
Yeah, Afraid.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's funny that you say that because we are doing. We just got done shooting one part of it yesterday, and we're going to be shooting another part again in a couple of weeks, and then we're going to
we already finished all the band stuff.
Yeah,
as well.
we're very excited for this music video. Of course, we're going to release one under Afraid.
Awesome. Again, if you're watching live, I'm trying to do like 3 things at once. I'm trying to interview the band, play the songs, and
One man show over here.
yeah.
Oh, actually, 2 man. Well, there's one over there.
Jillian,
There's one over there.
Jillian saying, "Hey Dave, you're the whole Die Laughing Records crew is watching on YouTube and commenting, and so that's why I'm trying to comment on both these things all the time." David said, "I signed them because of the song Coma and them being amazing." It was a good song until we interrupted with the phone call, but that's all right. I think we'll play it again. I think isn't that fucking weird? Weren't we just talking about magic earlier? And I think there's a magic wand here on the fucking table. I don't know.
See, I told you God is real.
Yeah, all right. I'm not arguing with you. This one's feisty in the studio right now. You're listening to the Black Lung Show. That was hour 1. We're going to go another hour, maybe another half hour. Just all depends on how much fun we have. And if it starts sucking, then we'll just get out of here.
Oh, jeez.
Well, I never know. I never know.
Talk
But
for hours, dude.
I want to, well, okay.
I could help run the show, like you said.
It's your world. I'm just living in it, you know?
I got that right.
I do appreciate you guys bringing in some swag for us.
Yeah, man.
So this is
The lanyard.
a lanyard?
Yeah.
That's a fancy word for a key holder, right?
Right?
Yeah.
No, yeah, exactly.
Or it could be a whip, depending on what you want.
Ah, look
See?
at that.
Double function.
Double function. Frequency within on here. And you guys have these available all at your shows?
Oh, yeah, all the time.
You guys are got this shit together. And then, so anyway, these are available. Can you order them from you guys, or you guys have to come see them live? You know, no,
A little bit of both.
Fuck that. You guys got to go see the band live.
Please do.
Yeah, that's the most important thing about this show is like I try to get new artists on here all the time, so we can showcase people because again I'm like a broken record sometimes, but you never know who's listening for the first time, right?
True.
Yeah.
So a lot of times I just say the same thing. Is like the reason why I started the Black Lung Show. Thank you. The volumes keep going in and out. The reason why I started this is because, terrestrial radio, we're making fun of Led Zeppelin, and and Nirvana. Well,
Yeah.
we're saying that if you listen to terrestrial radio, like any kind of rock and roll show, you're going to listen to Led Zeppelin and Nirvana and Guns N' Roses and Metallica on a fucking loop. You never hear any new stuff anymore, And you guys are a little young, but I used to listen to Rodney on the Rock, and that's how I discovered everybody.
He's still going, isn't he?
Yeah, he's no longer on K Rock.
He's doing his own thing, I think.
Yeah, I want to try to interview him. The other swag that you guys brought in is your Frequency Within T-shirts
Yes.
for Message of the Void tour. It's got
All our dates.
Yeah, it's got all your dates. Look at that. I was just at Judas Priest, and seems like it's been a while since I've seen bands put their dates on the back of the T-shirts. Look at you guys. You guys.
We traveled.
You did.
I've seen some shit.
How was it? Are you a changed woman now?
I'm a changed woman.
Which is weird because she slept most of the time. So
Well, they don't let me drive because
It's true.
I backed up into a wall a couple times
A few
and I hit one
pedestrians.
person.
Did you really?
Yeah.
I think it was 2.
Okay, I hit 2 people, but they were in my blind spot. Not my bad.
Okay.
They're
now
fine.
we can turn the mic down a little bit. Have.
Mostly her.
Yeah.
She's loud.
Sorry.
She's getting excited. No, that's
I
great.
get stoked.
Curtis, a nice shirt. Yeah, it is a nice shirt. I like this, and I appreciate you guys bringing this in for me. One of the things that I do is I tend to rock a lot of shirts from the bands that come in because I handpick all the bands on here. I make sure that I don't, why am I gonna bring in bands that I don't like,
True.
on my show? That's even why I'm rocking the Briefs. They were here in the studio, and that was a very fun interview.
fucking rad.
I love those guys. You guys Briefs fans?
No, I'm gonna look them up now though, because that's a pretty badass shirt.
You know what? Hey, Poor and Weird by the Briefs. Look that up for
Ooh,
me.
there we go.
See, my whole thing is I gotta do education, man. I gotta teach people about rock and roll. And there's a lot of band, even your label mates. When we had Jesus and the Dinosaurs in here, is it Jesus and the Dinosaurs or Jesus and the Dinosaur? I don't know if it's plural or not.
I love their name.
Yeah.
Do you?
I'm
Well,
like, that's badass,
There
dude.
you
Hell
go.
yeah.
Maybe you guys get a chance to play with them soon.
I hope so.
But yeah, I remember when I was talking to them, and they're young cats too, and they were, I was all excited because we're gonna play with Channel 3 again, and that's one of my personal favorite bands. I love those guys, and they're real nice too. We've had them here in studio as well. I got a chance to play with them. I'll tell you a quick story about that too. Since I am sober, I'll tell you some stuff when I wasn't.
Oh, yes.
We were playing with them in Riverside, and I was asking them about one of their more famous songs, "You Make Me Feel Cheap," and there's a female part in there, right? And so we had just got done playing. And I think Spider went on after us, and then Channel 3 went on after us, and they were headlining the show, and they were in. Mike was asking the girls in the audience, does anybody know the song, and come up and sing this part, right? And I had a couple of drinks before I played, and then after I played, I went down and started drinking a lot, and so I was not sober, even a little bit. And so Mike looked over at me and he was like, "Fuck it, Ryan, you come sing the girl parts." So I got on the stage, I sang the first one, and then looked over and I couldn't hear shit, and I just stood there just drunk on stage, just like, man, I'm making an ass of myself right now. So anyway, do you find it, Hef?
I have the Briefs and something ferocious. Either one you want to play.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. We'll do that. We got another hour to go. So here, you haven't heard the Briefs?
I haven't heard the Briefs.
This is one of my favorite rock and roll punk bands of all time. If you guys got to see them when they come on tour. They're amazing. This song's called "Poor and Weird." You're listening to the Black Lung Show live on Chaotic Radio.
I'm poor and I'm weird, baby. You got no time for me. I'm poor and I'm weird, baby. You got no time for me. I'm poor and I'm weird, baby. You got no time for me. I'm poor and I'm weird, baby. You got no time for me. I'm poor and I'm weird. I'm getting weird about a second. I used to have some money, but my alter ego standing out and talking to a lady, saying took it out of mouth. I was thinking about a donkey. I was talking to a wall. The older I get, it's more apparent to me every day. Hey, 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 hey. Down my head when I was just a little kid. I'm poor and I'm weird, baby. You got no time for me. I'm poor and I'm weird, baby. You got no time for me. I'm poor and I'm weird, baby. You got no time for me. I'm poor and I'm weird, baby. You got no time for me. Attention to it ever since the one out there is into nothing. You kinda smart, baby. You got no heart. I see the growth of people where I see the food that people eat. I see a little purple man and disappearing in the street. The older I get, it's more apparent to me every day. Hey, 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 hey. I down my head when I was just a little kid. Yeah, man. It's fun, fun, fun. It's all now, man. I think I never want to know just what I did, just what I did. I think I never want to know just what I did, just what I did. Alright.
There you go, children. That's the briefs.
I just had an awakening with that song.
Isn't
Oh
that
my
rad?
god, that was awesome.
Yeah, see, that's the whole beauty of rock and roll is that, and that's why I do this show. I like sharing this stuff, and I think there's two different kinds of people. There's those poser punks that get mad at you. They're like, you've never heard of Flux of Pink Indians, or they try to throw out some like obscure shit, and you're not cool enough if you don't know it. And then there's the rest of us that are actually that are cool. And we're like, hey, you should check out this band, and so that's the whole thing. Yeah, you got to.
Nice.
You're gonna love them. Briefs are one of my favorite bands. I could go on for days. And so let me ask this. There's my segue. Let's transition in this before we play another one of your songs. So you guys are all in your 20s and happy and young.
Oh, yeah.
I know. You're dancing right here. Like, I'm so jealous.
Those are my moves.
I love that shit. I remember being in my 20s and still having hope, and
Oh no, my hope has been long gone.
you can't tell me you're not having fun. You're wearing a Michael Jackson t-shirt.
Oh yeah. Yes.
So, all right. So, who do you guys listening to? I mean, what do you guys? What are your favorite bands right now that you're listening to? I used to do the segment and I kind of forgot. It's called Show Some Love. So, like, who are some bands that you guys have been playing with that you think I should check out? Maybe interview, or the listening audience would be like, hey, you should check out this band. Who
Okay,
are
so
you guys jamming with?
There's definitely a couple bands. There's Dino Grave. They're like some crazy like symphonic metal. They're from like Anaheim area.
Okay.
And they are like you were talking about metal earlier. These guys are like phenomenal. They're crazy. They
They're
listen
amazing.
to like
just amazing.
Yeah.
Musicians. All members of the band are just amazing musicians.
it's insane. Like you got to play bass for them for a little bit.
Yeah. So I helped them out for a show.
Okay.
They needed a bass player, so I was like, yeah, sure, I'll learn it. It's like 2 weeks away, and I go, how many songs? They go, 4 songs. I'm like, cool. I could do 4 songs. It was like a 45-minute set.
Jesus.
Yeah, but every song is amazing.
Takes you on a journey.
Yeah,
It takes you on a freaking journey.
Every song is a story. I mean, I love this guy.
How many guitar solos?
Oh, those like a good solid 8.
It's more like guitar solos with some extra stuff in it.
Like the percussionists are amazing. Like shout out to Peter and Sean and Alejandro for being amazing. There's also another band called Sounds Like Disco. So we've been playing with them. We played with them a couple times in LA.
times, yeah.
And it's female fronted by a chick named Callie. She's amazing. And we're good friends with their guitarist, Miguel Lopez. Amazing guitarist.
Actually, if you're in LA or a band in LA, you probably know Miguel.
Yeah.
Okay.
Miguel
He gets around. In a good way.
Yeah, no, in a
In a
good
good
way.
way.
In the nicest way possible.
All right. Let's see. I'm trying to keep up. Like I said, I'm trying to multitask here.
No
David was also saying Pete from the Addicts mastered the new CD.
Yes, I got to
Yes.
meet him, and it was my girlish dream come true because I was in love with that man growing up, which I know it's weird. But yeah, he came into the Sam Ash Music Store, and I was only working there like for 6 months. And I see him walk through the door, and my boss is like, "You know who that is?" I'm like, of course I know who that is. Are you fucking crazy? So then I go up to him. Me and Jeanette start talking with him. And Jeanette's like, yeah, he always comes in. And I'm like, what? So then I immediately hand him a business card. And me and Jeanette are talking with him. And he was straightforward, which I love it. He's like, look, if this sucks, I'm going to be honest with you. He's all, if this sucks, I'm going to be completely honest with you. And I'm looking at him and I'm like, it's okay, Mr. D. Just listen to it. And he listened to it. And I get a text message from him. And he's like, actually, this is not that bad. This is actually really good. And then he comes to the store. He's like, I will gladly master the next one. And I'm like, oh, okay, Mr. D.
Mr. D.
Mr. D. Mr. Pete D. So he mastered it. And I've never been so happy that he's done that for me. So that's fucking amazing.
That's awesome. That's really, really cool. And I like your excitement about that too, because in the bands that I've played in, right, there's different musicians that I've noticed, and you're like one of my favorite ones now.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I mean, as a person, right? Because see, for me, right, when I played with certain musicians, some musicians just want to play a show just to play, and they don't really give a shit who they're playing with, right? And me, I'm like a nerd, I'm like, I got to open up for the Addicts at the Showcase Theater
my
before it
God.
closed down, and that was when I was just like, we're playing with the fucking Addicts, right?
Yeah.
So I'm that kind of person, right? I'm like, the same thing with Channel 3. I'm like, and I played with them before, but I'm still like, fuck yeah, I get to play with my heroes, and then my heroes become my friends. And look at you, and you got your hero mastering your CD. and
That's fucking sick, dude.
Congratulations. Do you guys all nerd out when you get a really cool show? What was the one that you were just like, I can't believe we're on this show and playing with this band, watching them?
What was the singer from the Misfits, wasn't it?
Michael Graves?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Down in San Diego.
That
Really?
was pretty fucking
Yeah.
rad.
Was he doing like an acoustic thing?
Yeah, I was doing an acoustic thing, and I was like, no fucking way, dude. Like, my brother's a big Misfits fan, and when I got to tell him, he was like, what? Like, I was like, yeah, dude, I'm living the dream. I'm poor, but I'm living the dream.
You're poor and you're weird and you're living the dream.
I'm living the dream, and my skin is flawless.
Because of Jesus.
Because of Jesus.
If you guys follow Jesus, you will get beautiful skin like this young lady.
Yes, you will.
All right. So my guest in studio today, again, is Frequency Within.
Woo!
And we are promoting their brand new album for anybody that's just tuning in, Message of the Void, mastered by Pete D from The Addicts. That's fucking really, really cool for you guys. Yeah, it says it right here. I know you're not lying.
Like, let me just double check. real
Yeah,
quick.
no,
Check her facts.
I did. I was going to Wikipedia this shit a minute ago. I'm actually surprised I know what that is. Anyway, let's play some more because I got to take a piss.
Nice.
Hey, Hef, let's. I'll pick one here.
Yes.
Let's see. We'll play Rock and Roll Roulette. We'll play Struck. There we go.
Yes.
All right.
That's Rob's favorite, actually. There you
it?
go, Rob. They're struck.
There you go, Rob. All right, you guys are listening to the Black Lung Show here in studio once again. This is Frequency Within with Struck from the brand new album Message of the Void. The CD takes a little bit to start spinning.
Chasing the sensation, overwhelmed by the feeling, stuck in this world that you turned upside down. I can now touch the ceiling, possessed by the feeling, struck by your arrow. Hurry, hurry, try to stop me. Hurry, hurry, let me go. Break the seal of silence. Break me to calamity. Look me in the eyes and promise this breaking point won't come from me. Oh no, I swear it won't. Possessed by the feeling, struck by your arrow. Hurry, hurry, try to stop me. Hurry, hurry, let me go. Let me go. While the stars fall around me, glistening sparks fall to my feet. Don't let darkness isolate me. Please don't let it consume me. While the stars fall around me,
Are we back? There you go. You all right, Hef? You getting this? You
No
getting
blow
this?
off today.
It's all right, man. My buddy Ezekiel was saying you have a badass voice, and
Thank you.
yeah, his opinion almost matters.
Oh, jeez.
No, I'm kidding. I fuck with my friends a lot. No, I love that guy. He's one of the ones I went to go see Judas Priest with. So
Sick.
I'm looking at your T-shirt right now, and again, thank you for bringing Hef and me some swag.
Yeah.
Hef and I, trying to be,
Cordial and shit.
yeah.
Grammar correct over here.
I'm trying. This.
That's all right.
I'm
Grammar's
t-
overrated.
I'm still fucking learning how to be sober again. It's just ridiculous. I used to be way funnier when I was drunk. But anyway, I'm looking at your. I'm just being honest. When I'm reading your tour shirt, I got some questions. This is Riverside. That's my neck of the woods. I live really close to Riverside. Where'd you guys play?
I believe that was Pixels on that.
Oh, I
on that
love
tour.
that.
It was a
Yeah.
Sunday. You must have played Pixels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a cool spot. Then
Oh
my
yeah, we
next-
love Pixels.
The other one that I want to ask you from, I'm actually originally from Texas. and,
Oh,
you guys-
howdy.
Yeah. I'm actually from a border town way, way, way south called Laredo, right on the border of Mexico and Texas.
Oh, nice.
Don't ever go there.
Oh,
but
jeez.
Hey,
Damn.
there's a lot of spots like that in Texas, right?
What's that?
Where
Yeah.
people are like, yeah, you probably shouldn't go there.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, we've been to some sketchy spots in Texas.
You can just drive
Yeah.
right through. Just at a diner.
Well,
and then we
Austin,
keep going.
Austin is awesome. I love
Austin,
that.
yeah, no. we
Yeah,
love
Austin was chill. They're amazing there.
Where'd you guys play in Austin? I know of a lot of venues still out there.
Honestly, I believe it might be a newer venue. It was a
was it?
brewery that we played at.
Yeah, it was cool. I forgot what they were called.
Yeah, I can't think of it off the top of my head. Yeah, but I don't know. It was a really cool spot.
I just woke up and showed up.
literally most of the tour is me being awake for 24 hours, driving us from place to place.
You were the driver?
Yeah, it's usually me and then Jenna, the guitarist, will switch off, and we let Erica. We make sure she doesn't drive, basically. But she's normally in the back seat
I'll
asleep.
sneak into the front seat.
Yeah, or somebody else's front seat.
Yeah, that was the once. I like to drink when I'm on tour.
Oh, good for you. Good for you. I trust me. I loved drinking. It was amazing.
Jeez.
It was. Does
Aw.
I know.
It's okay. It's okay.
No, it just it took me 27. And like I said, that's the. I mean, we were talking about cheeses on this show and all this kind of weird stuff. But like I said, I'm on. I never have, but I don't. I definitely don't want to be that preachy one, right? 'Cause
Yeah.
I was,
No, of course not,
I
yeah.
was I was the worst. I was the one that instigate everything. I mean, I could tell you a million stories, and I want to know if you think about this. I'll give you one, right?
Okay.
So, tell me if there was any funny stories or anything, whatever you guys want to talk about. If you feel comfortable talking on the radio, see, I don't give a shit. I say whatever on your tour, right?
Yeah.
Because like with me, when I was playing, beer was always like part of the show.
Yeah.
When I first started, like when I was in a band 20 years ago, I mean, we would spit beer on each other, would spit beer on the crowd.
That's sick.
Yeah.
Let's do that, Ollie.
Oh God.
Well, the guitar
That was
players,
gonna happen
the
now.
guitar players didn't like it, but there was a show that when we were on tour. We were playing in Vegas, and I jumped up on the drums, and I was pouring 2 beers down my throat at the same time,
Wow.
and some went down my nose,
Oh.
and so I had a puke.
Oh my God.
So I ran over to my guitar player and I was like, Jeff, and then he's like, what? I'm like, play White Trash Kelly. And he's like, what? Why? I'm like, I gotta go. And I ran backstage and I started slamming through all the bands and then opened up the back door to the alley and started puking and then just wiped my mouth off. And I'm like,
Yeah.
fuck, that sucked. And I ran back on stage and started singing.
There you go.
But I got a lot. And that's only.
That's punk rock right there.
Well, yeah, there was a lot worse ones. I mean, I've been kicked out of my own shows, but
Wow.
there's the whole point of me talking about this too is because there's certain people that can drink and there's certain people that can't. And
Yeah.
I just realized it took me a long
Can't.
time.
I shouldn't be drinking
Or
at all.
shouldn't.
No?
Yeah. I get
Weird.
weird with people. Like I'm loud now, but
What,
like
do you
I-
bite people or something? What do you
Well-
mean by weird?
Well, everybody's ass gets slapped.
yeah, and just people get touched in weird ways,
you got to be careful with that nowadays.
spiritually,
Exactly, yeah.
physically.
Luckily, she's a lot shorter than everybody else, so
They don't take me as a threat.
she gets away with
So they
it.
turn around, they can't see you?
Yeah, usually.
And she's just
they're
like,
like, what?
No, actually, when we were in Texas, I think we were all drinking. We performed and everything. It was a good time. But Erica got the most. It just
Thanks.
okay. The night ended up with me running after her in the middle of the streets of
Oh
Austin
shit! I forgot about that.
with her screaming, "I'm Naruto!"
and I was booking it.
and look, and she's
I'm what now?
well, the thing is, she doesn't watch. This is the weird thing. She doesn't watch anime.
It's like a cartoon.
It's
okay,
this
thank
cartoon
you.
character.
Thank you for
Now, she
clarifying.
doesn't watch it, right? But for some reason, she knew how he runs, and decided to call herself, this character's name, and started
He
running.
runs kind of stupid.
Yeah, a lot, really stupid.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And then on top of that, she started saying, "Let's do parkour," and started screaming parkour and trying to jump over.
Oh, it was
railings
a mess, I think,
and-
right?
yeah.
Yeah, I tried to like do parkour and do rolls. I mean, in my mind, I felt like I was like a real martial artist and I was doing kicks and flips. But I'm pretty sure to you, after seeing a couple videos you guys took, with me ending face down on some grass,
Some random patch of grass.
in my throw up.
Yeah.
Good times.
Good times.
All right.
Yeah.
No, that's cool.
Why do we tell that story?
Well, the stories are fun though. It's just that
Yeah.
after a while, they get kind of old and you get in trouble and it doesn't.
Yeah.
lead to
You get
real-
older, and I can't recoup like I used to. Like I had some
Tell me about it.
whiskey yesterday, and I'm like, oh, I still got heartburn from that. Like I'm dying.
God, I'm so fucking jealous. Not of the drinking, just about being in my 20s. But what do you guys do? What do you? Like I said, it's you guys are And look, if I say that, don't take offense. So just be fucking happy as shit. It's awesome being in your 20s. God, I miss it really bad. What do you guys do? That's what I'm saying. It's just weird. What do you guys do when you're on tour now? Because I mean, now everyone's got cell phones, and
Yeah.
you guys play games and shit, and just make videos on InstaFace.
We
all that shit.
record a lot of dumb things on,
Yeah.
on YouTube and stuff like that.
So but how do you pass the time? I mean, what are you guys doing when you're on tour, driving from place to place?
Well, sleeping most of the time, and then
Yeah.
I'm driving. So as long as I have music on, I can stay up.
Are we-
I can.
We play that game. What's that race?
What's that?
Oh,
What's that race? It sounds like it's gonna get a
So
little bit crazy.
we will see.
Yeah.
We see a car, and I'll be like, "Yo, what race is driving that car?" And then here we go and we try to name the different races, and then I'll be okay, speed up. Oh, you owe me $5.
yeah.
Well, we try to keep the racist thing out of the show. Too.
Yeah, I know. Right?
Didn't
I'm
work.
just kidding. I love you guys. God, I just got done saying I love Jesus.
All right. So when you're on tour, what do you guys listen? Do you guys listen to your stuff before you go play a gig, or
Not necessarily, but
throws
we
me
all
off.
we all do listen to different styles of music.
like what? I'm interested.
I mean, no, it's crazy. We played this one game where we pass the Spotify around somebody's phone.
Okay.
And you just put in whatever song you want, and when a song pops up, we try to guess whose song it is. And yeah, we're just like, whoa, what the, like an oldie will pop up. and it's
Yeah.
Like, who's this?
Who's playing this?
Yeah. So I mean, it's a fun game, but our genres are like all over the place. The metal, oldies.
Everything.
Yeah,
We listen to everything, so it's kind of hard, like to figure out who's who.
Yeah.
Like, oh, who put on Mariah Carey?
Usually, if you hear 80s, it's most likely Jeanette.
Jeanette. Yeah.
But not necessarily.
80s punk or just like 80s new wave
Kind
or
of all
80s
of it.
pop?
Just everywhere.
80s. Yeah.
What's the weirdest shit you guys have in your playlist when you guys get in your car?
Oh, that's a good one.
Well, my thing right now, I'm really into like, I don't know, like EDM or like remixes of Cher's song "Do You Believe in Love?" That one. I have like 5 different remixes going on in my car, and it's back to back to back to back.
I'm really sorry I asked that question. now.
I guess the weirdest ones would be like I have some like Irish singer songwriters.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
I'm down with that.
Yeah, it's like Glenn Hansard or like.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Yeah, look, you're even surprising your own bandmates.
You
That's
are.
awesome.
Oh my
It just happens
God.
sometimes.
Do you guys surprise each other? Because I remember in the band that I'm in right now, we had a different member in the band, and we were driving somewhere, and somehow we were talking about David Bowie, and he was like, "I don't like David Bowie," and I'm like, "What the?" I'm like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" So I mean, there's weird shit that you find out about
Yeah,
each
yeah,
other.
no,
You know, like
and-
I have a friend that doesn't like Johnny Cash, and I'm just like, they make you. You know, I don't understand that. So I don't know. You know,
That is weird.
To each their own.
But no, I mean, I feel like every tour we go on, we do discover more about each other's style and music. There's always another song that like, whoa, you really like this? Like, I
You guys ever
had
play?
no idea.
You guys are in the tour. Do you guys tour in a van, or is that, or what do you
In the
guys do?
Suburban.
In a Suburban?
Yeah.
You guys ever play What's That Smell?
Oh
Try
my
to figure it out.
God, no. But let's play that next.
God,
You will when you get older.
who did it?
All
I
right.
always get blamed.
Let's play another track for everybody listening. How about Conspiracy?
Yes. Love it.
Tell me about that. You write the lyrics, right?
Yeah.
All right. So here's a question for you, from a singer to a singer.
Okay.
From a front man to a singer.
Okay.
I can fake. I can get up on stage and move around a bit. But when you're writing, how is the process? Because for us, right? Sometimes my guitar player will write an entire song, and then bring it in, and we'll learn it. And sometimes I'll just write a song with just lyrics, and then just I'll match it to a song later. Do you guys like all just start jamming? Like somebody just comes up with a riff and you start shredding, and then you guys all chip in together, or does someone do that? Did you guys write a song and then bring it to the band to show it everybody?
It's like mixed. So like there's sometimes I'll bring them chord progressions and I'll be like, I don't know where to go from here. Can you guys help me like just figure out what the pre-chorus and chorus like instrumentally should go? Or sometimes they will come up with something. I think Static Ground and Conspiracy, I think, are both like that, where you guys came up with everything and I just wrote the lyrics over it.
But usually, if she's not playing guitar in that song, it's usually
They
like,
wrote it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
usually like that. Not
Okay.
necessarily, but
And what about Conspiracy? Is that like an Alex Jones type thing, or is that just you guys know who he is?
Yeah, I
okay.
do.
I'm just asking.
You throwing out all these references I haven't heard in like, my dad says this shit.
God damn it!
I'm sorry.
she's like, I miss my dad now.
I need to call him. Mr. Dad. Conspiracy.
Thank you for that. It's all right. I know. You know, I mean, you were talking about. Look at my hair. You know.
Oh,
shit.
God.
I quit dyeing this shit years ago. I'm not trying to fake it.
Silver
anymore.
Fox, you're fine, dude.
Oh, thank you
It's
very much.
in.
All right.
Conspiracy, it was during the when the Black movement was happening, and also I was going through the book of in the Bible where they talk about Sodom and Gomorrah.
Okay.
And I was like, wow, man, there's like so much shit happening in the world, and there's so much shit happening in this what I'm reading. There's like nothing but chaos. So I mixed both of those feelings and wrote the lyrics for Conspiracy. Like you'll hear verses of like, you dull bird with a speck in your eye. That's based on a Bible verse. Like how can you judge other people when, you know, talk about the speck in their eye when you have a plank in yours, you know? So I threw that in there, and it was kind of like what was going on at the time.
Okay. Hef, you got it ready? All right. You guys are listening to the Black Lung Show. Once again, here's a brand new track off the brand new album, Frequency Within. The album's called Message of the Void by Frequency Within on Die Laughing Records. Go to dielaughingrecords.com and pick this shit up. This is Black Lung Show approved. This next track's called Conspiracy.
The walls are caving in, rushing through my veins. I'm still breathing. Nothing's alright. Get in this room. Settle down.
Yeah, I like the fact you guys are rocking out to that. We're seeing. I'm trying to keep up with everybody's posts on Facebook and YouTube and stuff. There is a Mr. Hernandez that says we should turn the gain down because the podcast is distorting. I'm just fucking happy this shit's working today. Go ahead, you're in charge of all that shit back there. For the next song, we'll turn it down, I guess. Maybe. Anyway, you guys just released this album. I do ask this question of bands because this is how I'm curious about like what you guys listen to.
Mm-hmm.
If I was a promoter, I used to be. I'm not anymore because that shit's horrible. Have you guys ever tried to throw in your own show? By the way,
Once, and I fucked up everything. That was the first thing that. Remember the
Yeah,
belly
she
out?
changed our name, the name of the band somehow. I don't know.
They never let me book a show ever
Yeah,
again.
that was it. One and done.
Till their first year in.
well, those are the actual unsung heroes of music, right? You know,
Mm-hmm.
not only are we got to give a big shout out to everybody at Die Laughing Records
Yes.
for putting this stuff out, for keeping the faith. Yeah, look, see how we're keeping the
Keeping the
we're
faith.
keeping the faith in rock and roll. But also to all the fucking promoters and club owners that still put up with bands. You know,
yeah.
God bless you guys, man. Without you guys, we wouldn't have shit to do. You know, I mean, otherwise we'd be doing the backyard party
Backyard
thing.
shows all the
Do
time.
you guys do backyard party? Do you guys still do backyard parties?
Man, I can't remember the last time we've done one.
No, I don't remember. Last
Oh, actually, I do. When we released Blissful Mess.
Oh, at Jeanette's house.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
It was wild.
All right. So
That
let's
was
say let's say I did get back into promoting, and I said that I could book you guys with anybody that you wanted. You have one dream gig, and it could be alive or dead. I don't care. It's
Okay.
just it helps me get an idea for like where you guys' heads at.
Oh man, mine will always be Senses Fail.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. That's not what I was expecting, but all right. How about you, brother?
I mean, last time they had asked us this question, and they're like, you want to be on.
Who's
be on-
they? Who's they?
I don't remember. That's the bad thing.
Who's they?
I don't remember who
That's
they
why the song's
who
called
they are.
Conspiracy. 'cause
Yeah,
it's-
they.
there's a they.
There's always a they.
You know they.
Yeah.
You know who they are.
Them.
Yeah. Well, they had asked us, and I said it'd be awesome to be on stage, or share the stage with the Beatles, NWA, and like Led Zeppelin.
Oh my god.
It would just be like think about that show.
That'd be nuts.
The entire audience would just be awesome. Like it's just a bunch of different like people coming together. you know?
Yeah, melting pot. Well, if you're
all-
gonna do
all
that, then I want to
together.
play with Shaka
No,
Khan.
it's too late. It's too late. Since the fail.
Oh,
It's too late.
Too late.
it's too late.
No Shaka Khan for you.
All right.
No.
So speaking of shows, since we were on the subject, let's make sure we don't forget. What do you guys got coming up? Where can people come see you and buy your what are these things called?
Lanyards.
Lanyards. I'm gonna forget that.
It's a big key holder.
That's right. That and your CDs, and you can get their business cards because they're very, very professional.
We are.
That's awesome. And you can pick up their first album, A Blissful Mess, and their brand new one on Frequency, or God damn it, their first one on Die Laughing Records, Message of a Void. Like I said, you guys got to go out and support live music. Go and watch the bands. I think it's cool that people that post video. No, I don't.
That was short-lived.
Well, yeah, because I was thinking about that because I've been, I get on social media, and yesterday I see, the Misfits just did a reunion show, right? Yesterday in L.A., and everyone's posting up videos of it live, and it's like, why don't you just put the fucking phone down and watch the
And
show?
live
You're,
it.
you're
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I don't want to watch someone's live footage of the show. And honestly, and then a lot of people ask me too, like, why didn't I go see the Misfits? Because that's my favorite band. I got a
Oh, sick,
Nice.
dude.
Yeah, I
Hell
got-
yeah.
I've got Die Die My Darling tattooed on my. I actually sang in a Misfits cover band in like the 90s.
Oh, nice.
And I was like, I already seen them. I flew out to Denver for their first reunion show, and it's I'm not gonna pay $100 to see fucking anybody, but even my own favorite band. That's
Yeah.
there's a thing about
so
punk
much.
rock, you know what I mean? It's like $100 to see fucking who, no thanks. I went and got to see them at Riot Fest, so I got to see them with Bad Religion and one of my favorite bands, Go Go Bordello, my wife's favorite band too.
Nice. Very nice.
So, anyway, go see live music. Put your fucking phones away, all right? Take pictures with the band afterwards if you get a chance to meet them,
Oh yeah. Afterwards,
Yeah, but watch the show,
Must.
enjoy it, and buy some merch and help help support them. What's tough for bands nowadays, and I read a lot of interviews that bands can't really support themselves. Like, I mean, because that's the whole thing we're talking about the record labels. Back in the day, you can't. The record labels have gone away because everyone's pirating their music, or you listen to Spotify, and that's cool. Pandora too, but what, you get downloaded like 100,000 times, and you got to split a nickel between the band. That's fucked up. So make sure you guys go out and support live music. See these cats play. In fact, see them play with us.
Yeah.
With yours truly. That's going to be
July 20th.
July 20th in Ventura at Sansucci's with my friends of Fockwills and soon to be yours. What else you guys got going on?
And then after that, we have a show the 27th at Laguna Niguel, the Carmen Bar.
Oh, cool. Yeah, that's a good. Is that Twisted Soul Entertainment?
I think so. I'm
Yeah.
not sure.
So shout out
have
to
to see.
more than likely Mike's the
Okay.
one that books. Most of
Okay,
the
Mike
gigs
Brennan,
there.
right?
Yeah.
Then yes,
So that
yes.
is Twisted Soul Entertainment. It's another thing too. I'm glad you brought that up. There's a lot of good production companies, booking agents and stuff like that. So anytime I see a Twisted Soul Entertainment show, I like to plug it. We played down there a few months ago with the Fockwolves. Wait,
Nice.
hold on. No, we didn't. We played for Ginger's birthday, and I don't think the Fockwolves were on that one. But we're gonna play with them, with you guys. So you guys got Laguna Niguel. You guys got Ventura.
I think we have one in August. Let me see here.
Yeah, early August.
Oh yeah, the Summerfest. It's gonna be at one of my favorite bars in Pomona. DBA 256 is actually a festival, so it's gonna be a whole bunch of bands. It starts at 4 and goes to like midnight.
Who's playing?
It's gonna, let me see here. There's this band called Heart Like War that's gonna be on there. They're super rad. Here, I'll give you let me go ahead and start plugging in names real quick.
Go ahead.
Cause they're freaking rad. Let me
That's actually
see.
the same venue that we released our music video when we had a Vindictive.
And what's it called again?
DBA 256.
DBA 256.
Yes. So this is ran by this amazing chick called Rock and Roll Tina. And so we're going to have the Earringers on there, Heart Like War, Hoity Toity, Yesterday's Donuts, Sweatpants Officials. I can just go on and on and on. It's going to be a packed day. So it's going to be sick.
And when is that?
It's on the
3rd of August, I believe.
Early August. It was early August. Yeah, 3rd of August.
Okay. Well, that's not too far away from me. I'll try to make sure I
Yeah,
get out
dude.
there. So what we were saying earlier too about discovering new bands. So let me introduce you to my friends, good friends, the Fockwolves. F, you ready this time?
I didn't define the fuck. How do you spell that?
Everybody says that every single time. The Fockwolves, Focke Wolves. I actually remember. See, I'm amazed at
Let me look them up.
Well, we're gonna play them for you right now
Oh,
because
cool.
it's gonna be Frequency Within, my band Something Ferocious, and my good friends and soon to be yours, the Fockwolves from San Diego. The song that is called El Blasto Maxo. You got that one? Pull up. You find that? There's a good.
That's a great name.
Ginger, Ginger did the music video for them too, so check that out on YouTube as well. I think my buddy Jack, that used to be in the White Demons, is going to be filling in, and that's going to be really cool. The place I hear is just a really cool rock and roll bar. It goes off according to what I've heard. This is the first time I played Ventura since 2001. That's the last time I was down there. It's a bit of a drive for us.
Yeah.
But it should be worth it. Any
I'm not seeing that.
you're not? Hey, Greg's watching. My old drummer from Something Ferocious. What's up, Greg? How you doing? We're gonna play Something Ferocious too. Track that you actually were on. We're gonna play Reckless towards the end of the show because we're playing a show with my guest Frequency Within and the Fockwolves. So you haven't found the Fockwolves yet? No. All right. We'll play a Frequency Within song real quick, and then we'll try to figure it out. From the brand new album, Message of the Void, let's play Oxygen. My guest in studio, Frequency Within, all young and full of hope and happy and dancing in my studio. This is nice.
Woo!
This is rad. And they've only called me an old man one time. So anyway, here again on the Black Lung Show, here's Frequency Within.
Inside me has gone dim.
we taking a call right now? Yeah. You're on the air live on the Black Lung Show because everything's going perfectly well. Who's this?
Guys. It's Brandon.
Hello, Brandon. How are you today?
Doing great, and you?
I'm all right. I'm all right.
What's up, Brandon?
Hi, Erica.
Hi.
Do you have a question for the band?
Yeah.
Or something insightful to say?
Let's see. You guys can tour with 2 bands. What would it be?
Okay, I'll pick one and you pick one. Okay, Ollie?
Okay.
Okay, of course, I would say Census Fail.
And Metallica.
Yeah, Metallica.
Nice.
Yeah.
Do you play in a band, Brandon?
I played for like a college band. I was in a classroom band, and we did like pop rock stuff. And my last performance was 2 years ago. We did 90s theme. So we played like Green Day, Nirvana, Foo Fighters, Red Hot Chili Peppers, Him.
Okay. What are you doing? What are you doing right now? What are you wearing?
Bum clothes. I'm
All
wearing
right.
a white shirt.
Explain it
and
slowly.
shorts.
Oh my God.
Where are you calling from?
San Dimas.
San Dimas. All right,
San Dimas,
cool.
California. San Dimas, California.
Yeah, brand new Bill and Ted movie coming out too. There's another old man reference for you too.
Oh my God.
Those guys are gonna.
Most excellent.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for calling in.
Thank you, Brandon.
No problem.
Right
Bye,
on, and
Erica.
thanks for listening to the show. Please like the page, and then if you call back in, I won't make fun of you. I promise. Maybe.
Will
Anyway,
do. No
all right.
worries. No
Cool.
worries. All good.
All right. Thanks a lot. All right. So, that was our second call. Thank you. You know, that's cool. I'm glad you guys call in and talk to the band. Like I said, still working on the sobriety thing and not talking so much shit. Probably would have been worse actually if I was drunk. But anyway, we were promoting our show, and it's ours. We are playing for you guys at Sansucci's. That is going to be July 20th, Saturday night. I think it's free to get in too, so it's right there in your price range. But I'm just saying, like, you know, you can pay $100 to see the Misfits, which we're not the Misfits, but for free, you can watch us and
still
the
have a great
Focke-Wulfs.
time.
And have a good time with
So
me.
here, let me introduce you to who you guys are gonna be playing with. These are my good friends, the Focke-Wulfs. You got it?
Yeah,
You
they
found
did
it?
finally.
All right.
Sick.
Here you go.
right.
This is the Focke-Wulfs from San Diego, my brothers. You're listening to Black Lung Show live on Chaotic Radio.
Feeling the air tonight with Uber hate. No backing down the night, it's getting late. You know they're letting loose and swooping low. The bodies pile up as we shock the shows. You're gonna get it. You won't forget it. So come on. We'll blast on max on bombs and bombs. We'll light it up like hell, we'll blow it up, so come on. The heavy thunder drilling in your head ignites the living as it shakes the dead. Down in the outer fringes, wrong to right. Someone's rocking through the nuts of tight. You won't regret it. Well, can you see your future through the flames? You always knew that there would come a day when the wolves came. They're from above in sonic bombing waves. Don't worry, baby, you won't cry in We'll blast on max on bombs and bombs. We'll light it up like hell, we'll blow it up, so come on. So come on. We'll blast on max on bombs. We'll light it up like hell, we'll blow it up, so come on.
All right, those are the Focke-Wulfs, my brothers.
Yeah,
You will
very
see them.
nice.
You will see them with us and Frequency Within. It's Saturday, right? Saturday, July 20th at Sansucci's down in Ventura. And real quick, before we've only got a few minutes left on the show, and then we're gonna head out of here. But I gotta do my shameless plugs, and we'll play it so this way you can hear us a little bit. We are a punk rock and roll band, and the track that we're gonna play for you, it's called Reckless, which just came out on this compilation, which I'm plugging, making sure you guys pick this up. Sal from Electric Frankenstein put this together. And back in the 90s, there was a fistful of rock and roll. This is a fistful more of rock and roll. There's going to be like 13 volumes coming out. This one is a double album. So everybody checking this out on Facebook and YouTube. This was put out by Savage Magic Records. And I'm really stoked on this one, too, because we're playing with a lot of good rock and roll bands. The Adolescents are on here. The Focke-Wulfs, who you just heard right now. That song is actually on here. Electric Frankenstein, the Hip Priests, the Backyard Babies. Again, if you guys don't recognize any of these names, check them out. Most of these bands are from overseas. And then this band, man, there's track number 13. It would be track number 13. It's a band called the Motherfucking Motherfuckers. I love that name. I love that name.
Those motherfuckers.
No, they're motherfucking motherfuckers, dude. You got to get that right. They should probably have like Samuel L. Jackson fucking do their intro, right?
Yeah.
This motherfucker. I don't even want to do that.
Oh my God.
That's gonna be terrible. Anyway, I'm not gonna do that to you guys. I'm not gonna do my Samuel L. Jackson impersonation. Anyway, let's play that track. This song's called Reckless. This is yours truly with my brother, Something Ferocious. You're listening to the Black Lung Show. Thank you. All right. We're back. Thanks. I appreciate that. Not all our songs are that fast. We're more of a rock and roll style punk band. Like, I don't know, like I actually got one of my kids into the Helicopters. Have you ever heard that band?
It sounds familiar.
You got some homework to do, children.
Yeah, I gotta look this stuff up.
The Helicopters, Glucifer, Turbo Negro, that kind of style. That was one of our fast ones. Sorry, of course, while I play my fucking band, the Facebook would drop down. Thanks, Hev. Anyway. It's all right. I can always play it later on another show. I could see everyone getting back on. Thank you. Well, my sisters watch it too. I had a lot of fun with you, kiddo. When we were watching Child's Play. That was fun. And I got your book on meditation. I'm still really not good at that shit, but I appreciate that. I know my buddy Pat was watching. When I'm going to a lot of these meetings with, helping me out through the shit that I'm going through. And it sounds like you guys, do that with a message in your music. So
always
good for you. Good for you. Also, we're almost out of time here. And I hope everyone's there's Jillian. Of course, Jillian, right? You've heard the song, so it's all right. They played us. Die Laughing Records was nice enough to play my band on the Radio Vegas thing. I'm sure they play you guys too, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and make sure too. I mean, the Black Lung Show is only once a week on Sundays here on Chaotic Radio. When you're not listening to this show, you should definitely be checking out the other shows on Chaotic Radio with my brother Dutchy Hollins, the Angry Englishman. You think I swear a lot, and I'm angry.
Oh man,
that little motherfucker's mad. Anyway, he's really nice and really really funny. I know I was going somewhere with this. Make sure you listen to Radio Vegas and listen to the all the people from Die Laughing Records. It's a great partnership to have with them. And you know, everyone trying to jump back in on the Facebook feed. Again, it's Chaotic Radio. What are you gonna fucking do? You guys want to do any last plugs before we wrap things up?
Yes. Again, I want to thank Dave, Rob, Curtis, everybody, the whole family on Die Laughing Records. Jillian, you're amazing. Thank you for always keeping us up to date. And you guys are just a phenomenal team. Thank you. And I just want to say, Mom, if you're listening, I'm sorry for cursing so much and making really terrible jokes. You didn't raise me that way. All right, Ollie, go on.
Was your mom? You think your mom was listening?
Yeah, I think my mom was listening.
Oh, que chulo.
Yeah, and to Erica's mom, I'm sorry too. I know you told me to keep an eye on her, make sure she doesn't say anything dumb, but you know she's her own woman, and it's hard. She's hard to control.
I've known this guy since I was like, what, 14?
Yeah, sounds about right.
Yeah.
No, that's good, and that's cool that your mom supports you. Like I said, I went with my mom to church, and you know, I love my mom. My mom's not listening because she knows what I do. I will say this though. She did come out to one of my shows in the '90s and surprised me at a bar, and I was wasted.
Oh.
And I heard my dad come walking into the show, and I can't remember if it was the night that we dressed up as chicks and gave an abortion on stage.
Oh no.
Yeah. So I mean, there's you know, I got a lot of weird history, and you know, my first punk band. I mean, when I was, it seems like sometimes things turn their ugly heads around. I used to battle with depression a lot, and so like one of my first songs was called "I Wish I Was an Abortion." So yeah, and my mom and dad happened to walk in when I was singing songs, but they still came out though, and it's cool, you know.
It's cool to see your parents, yeah.
It's great, you know. Spend time with your parents. So I know what I was going to go with this. So as I talk about you know, people that can and can't drink. If you guys can drink and not get in trouble, you know, more power to you. Go have fun. I had a fucking blast. I just at this point in my life, I can't do that shit anymore. I'm a dad, and I got a job, and it's, you know, I got a lot of people that depend on me, and so with that being said, you know, if you guys are battling depression or alcoholism or something like that, and you want someone to talk to and not be preached to, I'm gonna be trying to do some shows here with some of my friends in recovery, and we'll put it out there, and maybe it'll help. You'll be surprised. You know, you never know who's going through what. And the one thing that always helps is music. So shout out to all the women in music. I go record shopping like every single week.
Nice.
And today I went and picked up old school, man. That's what I'm saying. I'm taking it back. This is Susie Quattro, right? Yeah, you guys know who she is, huh? I'm impressed. All right. Any of you younger cats that don't know who she is, well, now you do. We're going to spin the record for you. This is Susie Quattro. We want to thank you. Wow, 1 minute left. So thanks to everybody at Die Laughing Records. Thanks to Frequency Within for coming in and spending their Sunday with me.
Thank you.
Talking about punk rock Jesus.
Yes.
And all the other weird shit that we talked about today. Thank you for the callers. Thank you for everybody that was tuning in and dropping the comments. We're going to take you out with some rock and roll like we do here. We'll see you guys hopefully next week. See what happens.